Try this again or lose it. That's our path. This is our path to the pipeline. This is our path to the clear spot. Let's not forget this big bad boy that's waiting to come down. So we're gonna back up a little bit because I don't want to come down to that tree. We came out here last week. Last week Wednesday. Look at the damage. This was not here. Our big tree absolutely shredded. This was a full pine tree back in the day, and by that I mean 2 weeks ago. But now that pine tree is sitting here. Goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of destruction. Everybody looking now to see what's up in the trees. You can see them swaying in the wind. See anything else that fall? Got mostly fallen stuff over there. Come down here. There's a lot down, a lot we haven't even touched yet. But this tree, that's a big one. That doesn't make me real happy. I love that tree, but that tree's taking a lean, as you can see. It's not gonna do it today, not gonna do it tomorrow, but that tree will come down. We're not gonna do it, nature will, obviously. State land, we don't have anything to do with this. What's up, Springtrap? How are you? We are walking around after the ice storm last week, 2 weeks ago. We're looking at the damage at the back end. This property butts up against ours. This is all state land, so there's nothing that really concerns us here. We don't have to worry about it. Hey, that's fine, man. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. But again, this is state land, so we're not real concerned about cleaning this up at all. It's not our responsibility, but we will, like that tree right there, we will bring that down. We don't need any potential problems, so we're not going to cut it down. We'll just let it fall right to the ground as it is. And there's a dog rolling and stuff. That's always a good sign. Sarcasm. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Look at the tops. We lost a lot of coverage. A lot of coverage back here. Goodness. You can hear the wind right now. Good. There's still some cracking, if you can hear that. That's kind of unsettling. So So we're almost to the edge. The forest is over, the edge is over there, so we're gonna meander over there. The dogs are right there, so we know where they're at. We're gonna get out of the pine trees in case something wants to come down. That's a red pine. Problem with these red pines is they're a soft wood. They don't have much structure to them. And up here in this part of Michigan, we have a sandy, loomy soil. So, like the parable in the Bible, you build your house on rock, and you've got a good foundation to live forever. You grow your tree in sandy, loomy soil. There's not much for the roots to come down in. Oh, this guy. I don't know what he's rolling in, but we're going to find out soon. Get out of goofy bastard dogs. It is a gorgeous day. 60 degrees, sun's out. Just gotta make a mess. I hope it stinks. See, this is a problem with the red pines too. Well, here we go. Talking about the root system. That root system's coming up. That's that big hump you see. Starts right there. It comes up. Back up a little bit. These are our root systems about ready to come up. And that would take care of this tree, these two. And this guy's already tipped over right here. These trees are not going to last very much longer here. And by very much longer, 10, 15, 20 years. I'm not a logging person. I'm not forestry. I don't know shit what I'm talking about, but I'll give you 10, 15 years on these trees. They might come down. But the sad part is these red pines that are drooped, like that guy right there, they're not going to come and get any better. They're going to droop and stay drooped. So all they're gonna do is put pressure on the roots and grow kind of funny. So there's honestly no reason to keep that around. The ones on our property, we're gonna take down. Or we have taken down. We still have snow, even though it is 65 degrees. Deep snow. This will be the last of it, I hope. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, but I don't think we're gonna get anything other than see snow in the ground or in the air. That's about it. Man. I do have my dogs out here. I'm not sure where they're at right now. I know we're getting close to the property line. We saw the big, whoa, saw the big tree sitting over there. So yeah, I don't know where they're at. They get wind, like spitting in the wind. But I do have beepers on. We do have the collars on. They're not that. I know they're around. I just can't see them, so I'm gonna beep them. Let them be dogs. Go do. Unless they're rolling into that pile of shit again, then I will beep them and tell them to stop rolling in the shed that stinks. But they're dogs, and that's what happens. I smell smoke. I'm not burning. Not me. Oh, here they come. There's one down there. And of course, the question after this will be, Where's your brother? Where's your brother? I swear that's what I'm gonna name our next dog. Where's your brother? That seems to be the only question I ask these guys. Where's your brother? Here he comes. This is Ruckus. He's the oldest. He's 5. But you know that. You tune into my feed, you know my dogs. So this ice storm. Oh, he's going. Got a pooper. Ice storm was quite something I've never been a part of before. Was this ice storm? I've been in ice and I've been in storms, but in my 50 odd years of living up here, living in Michigan, besides overseas, and okay, let's say 40 years living in Michigan, I've never experienced an ice storm as bad as the one. As bad and as far as sheer damage, sheer everything. This ice storm was the first one in 40, 50 years that I've ever seen. Bad. Bad. We're gone. Went, what, 4 hours? 4 hours. We went 4 hours without power. How did they do that? We went 4 days with no power. That's, for us, that's not bad. That's very, I guess it wasn't fun. We didn't have heat. We have a small propane gas stove fireplace in our living room that kept us warm-ish. The coldest we ever got was that Wednesday morning, our 3rd day without heat. It was 52 inside our living room. Fortunately, that day we had power come back on at 3, so we were able to heat the house, get everything back to, almost get everything back. But that little bit right there came from that big old tree right up there. We've lost. Wow. But we made it through. 4 days we had to get water twice, I think, 3 times. We had plenty of food. That's never a problem. Our freezer we had in the outside in our garage was the one that we kept making our fridge cool with. So I work at a butcher shop, so I'm able to get bigger roasts and stuff like that. And I had those in the big freezer out in the garage. So every time every day after Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we put in a big roast. One was a big chuck roast and one was a big bone-in pork roast to keep that fridge cool. You know, it was like a big ice cube. Yeah, I smell PB blast back here. I don't know if that's because somebody's doing something back here or I stepped in something, but yeah, it smells. Somebody's put back here. The wind's coming from the north, so I'm going to say my neighbor up to the, not my neighbor, but the property owner up up north is doing something. Because his fumes are coming down here. Now, this tree, we're not zoomed. That tree is entirely blocked, but look out that top of that tree is gone. Dog man. Yeah, dog man's the thing up here in northern Michigan. I wouldn't doubt it. I got a dog. I got a man. I don't have a man. I'm not gay. I'm heterosexual. I'm sorry. That came out wrong. Oh no, it came out wrong. Ah. No, we heard stories of the dog man. In fact, I can't think of the guy's name that has his shop on in Sheboygan. Rand. Oh, I can't remember his name. I think he's the author of the dog man that he lives up here. Well, yeah, I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, so yeah, the bottom of my boots are always filled with something or another from walking out here. That's a pretty big piece of lumber that we lost. That guy right there, all the way up top. Man, the further we go back here in the woods, the more you see just, God, didn't even see this. Jesus. Again, that's coming from that tree up there that has no more. Wow. Yeah, these trees. Jonathan Rand, I think that's the name of the author of Dog Man. I think he lives up here in Sheboygan, Traverse City, somewhere up here in northern Michigan. He lives. I think his name's Jonathan Rand. Yeah, I could be pulling that out of my ass too. Yeah, this is a whole lot of destruction. I know we're getting close to the neighbor's property, but we're gonna keep going up here for a minute. You could easily tell when we get to the neighbor's property because he's got a blind set up. It's his property. I don't do with people and what they do on their property. I'm hoping that whatever he kills, he feeds his family. So he kills for keep his family alive and fed. And to me, that's fine. That tree has lost its top. All sitting right there. Good. Wow. Look at all these things. This is going to change the landscape for coming back here and walking around in the summertime. Because now we're going to have to dodge all these trees that are falling. My word. There's a lot. When I say my word, I'm really wanting to swear. That's a big topper gone. I'm going to assume it's that big guy sitting right there. I didn't know they were real. I always thought it was just a myth, talking about the dog man. Yeah, I've never seen a dog man. I wouldn't even tell you what they look like. I've never seen a picture of them. But, yeah, it'd be cool to meet a dog man. If he lives out here, that'd be nice. I hope that ice storm up here didn't hurt his house. Goodness. I wonder if that'd be fun to be a dog man. You can smell like a dog, see like a dog. And be able to pee like a guy on 2 legs, I guess. I'm surprised there's actually one part. Yeah, I hope they're not real either, because I don't have any. I have no self-defense on me at all, except for the dogs, but they don't care. If it's the dog man, they're just gonna go up and lick them and think that, hey, you're a friend. Yeah. Really see these trees that are shaking. And this wind, absolutely crazy. This is but again, this is state land, so nobody is going to come out here and clean this up. Wherever all these limbs and trees have fallen, that's where they're gonna stay, because nobody's gonna come back here and clean this up. I don't know. Somebody from the state might bring out a bunch of people. Well, that's interesting. It's plastic. Not plastic, but... Oh, wait, there's some glasses out there. This is... a Mylar balloon. So when you guys have your Mylar balloons for fun and enjoyment, this is what they do. Is they sit in the forest and the ground. So even though, like I said, this is state land, we will pick that up and take that home, throw it away. This land is your land. This land is my land. From northeast of my property to the southwest of the state land. This land was made for you and me. I don't know. That just come out of nowhere. Huh. But yeah, I'll pick up the trash that I find because, like I said, nobody else can come back here. Nobody else does come back here. So, I'd rather pick it up and throw it away than have one of my boys get into it. One of the dogs getting into it. Animal. That is going to have to come down. Well, again, no, once nobody's going to pull it down, and then not my property. Land. State land. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with the red pines. This is a red pine soft tree, softwood. If you're strong enough, if you are Mason Cushman, you could push this tree and you could actually see it move, which it is right now, kind of. But the problem with these trees is you can certainly see where it bends. It's got a bend here, it's got a bend there, and then it's got one right in here. So that would be the first cut, that would be the second cut, and that'd be the last cut too. That'd be it. That thing would fall right over. Yeah, usually by now dogs would be having a fix. We haven't gone actually very far, probably a half mile. But with all the new decorations that the ice storm provided, it's we're having fun doing the sniff test to see how it's coming around. Yeah, it is really windy. It's I didn't know it was going to be this windy, but apparently I'm the only one that didn't know. Hey, I got to drive a Jeep, and that Wrangler was hard to wrangle on the highway with this wind. It's just like a bread box. Big old sail. I said, Jesus, to this tree. All these trees were full at one point. And we are getting close to the property line, so this is the time I will buzz my dogs. I just give them the beep and have them come back. I don't want them to get too far up there. I don't know what that guy does. I know I don't, there they come. I know I don't like people on my property, so I don't sit on his. Hey, David. David left. Hi, David. What's up, big boys? Good boy. Good boy. Whoa.